Hello students, today I am going to start a very important topic of English language, that is articles. Articles are also known as determiners, and these articles are used to point out a noun. We are having two types of articles, that is indefinite article and second one is definite article. In indefinite articles, we are having two, that is a and an. And in definite articles, we are having the. Indefinite articles a and an are used before singular countable nouns, and definite article the is used with singular as well as plural nouns and with countable as well as uncountable nouns. So first I am going to explain indefinite articles a and an. A is used before consonant sound and an is used before vowel sound. Vowel, we know that A, E, I, O, U. So the nouns which are having vowel sound, before that singular nouns, we use N. For example, orange. Orange is starting with O, which is a vowel sound. So before orange we will use N. Next example is ice cream. Ice cream is starting with the vowel sound A. So before ice cream we will use N. Next example is university. Now university, its spelling is starting with U, which is a vowel, but its pronunciation is starting with U, ya. This ya. So its sound is starting with a consonant sound. So before university we will use a. Now let's discuss few more examples of indefinite articles. Ocean, it's starting with vowel sound O. So before ocean we will use N. Encyclopedia, it is also starting with vowel sound in E. So an encyclopedia. Ostrich, it is also starting with vowel sound O. So an ostrich. Watermelon, it is starting with consonant sound Va. So before watermelon we will use A. Next example is engineer. Engineer is starting with a vowel sound A. So before engineer we will use N. Project. Project is starting with consonant sound Pa. So before project we will use A. European, its spelling is starting with a vowel E, but its pronunciation is starting with a consonant sound Ya. So before European we will use A. Last example is politician. Politician is starting with a consonant sound Pa. So before politician we will use A. Indefinite articles are also used before some expression of quality. For example, a few, a little, a lot of, a number of. It is also used before some phrases like take a rest, make an effort, at a glance. Indefinite article is also used to show frequency of time, distance or weight. For example, twice in a month, once in a week, 20 rupees a kilo. It is also used with collective expression. For example, a pride of lion, a bunch of keys, a cargo of camels, a bouquet of flowers. Indefinite articles are also used before abbreviations. For example, an MBA, a graduate, an MLA. It is also used before an adjective if it modifies a noun, if it describes a noun. For example, an honest person, a beautiful girl, a hungry man, an outstanding performance. Now students, I am going to explain you definite articles the. As I have told you it earlier that we use definite article the before singular as well as plural nouns, before countable as well as uncountable nouns. The only thing is that we use definite article the before a particular noun, before a specific noun. Now first one is with repeated noun. If any noun is repeated, then we will use the before that noun. Look at the example. Yesterday I met a girl. In first line, this girl is non-particular. So here I have used a. But in next line, now we know that we are talking about this particular girl. So here I have used the. The girl was wearing a blue dress. Next, before superlative degrees of adjectives, we also use the before superlative degrees of adjectives. For example, the cleverest, the most fascinating, the thinnest, the most important. The is used before heavenly bodies, the sun, the moon, the Neptune. Before directions, the east, the west, the south, the north. Before holy books like the Ramayana, the Quran, the Bible, the Gita. Before newspapers name, the Times of India, the Hindustan Times. Before historical buildings like the Golden Temple, the Taj Mahal, the Qutub Minar. Before ordinal numbers, for example, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. Before mountain ranges, the Himalayas, the Mount Everest. We use article the before names of rivers, seas or oceans like the Ganga, the Yamuna, the Red Sea, the Arabian Sea, the Pacific Ocean. Before historical events, for example, the Independence Day, the Republic Day, the Gandhi Jayanti. Before day breaks, for example, in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. Before hotels name, for example, the Kanha Sham, the landmark. Before different positions, for example, the principal, the prime minister, the president. Before political parties name, for example, the Congress, the Bharatiya Janata Party. So student, in short, what we have observed that we use the before the noun that is particular. If you are talking about any particular, if you are talking about any specific noun, then we use the before that noun. There are some nouns before which we don't use any article. For example, first one is before any person's name. Amitabh Bachchan, Rahul Gandhi, Narendra Modi. We never use any article before these names. Next is before family relations like father, mother, brother, sister. Any article is not used before these family relations. Next is before abstract noun. Abstract noun, for example, wisdom, knowledge, beauty, innocence. Before abstract noun, we never use any article. Next is before languages, for example, Hindi, English, Urdu, Marathi. Next is before games name. Before any game name like cricket, football, hockey, badminton, we never use any article before any game name. Next is before body parts name, eyes, hands, ears. We never use any article before the names of body parts. Next is before institutions name. We don't use any article before institutions name. Institution, if you are talking about any institution, for the purpose for which they are being made, then we don't use any article before that institution name. For example, suppose any student is saying that I am going to school. Now, students come to school for study. So, if any student is saying, then no article will be used over here. I am going to school. But suppose your father is saying that I am going to the school of my child. Here, father is not coming to school for a study purpose. So, if father is saying this, then the sentence will be I am going to the school of my child. So, this is all about articles, students. Thank you.